How's it going, everyone? We're back with another weekly watch list. Hope you all having a good weekend. I know there's a winter storm going on right now. I'm in North Carolina, and it's just like maybe an inch of snow, but mostly freezing rain. Still have power for now. Hope it stays that way. But wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe and warm. That being said, let's hop right into the watch list. So we're gonna kick things off with the swings. Costco. We have Costco, MBIS, HIMS, and Tesla. I did unfortunately have to cut Tesla. It just invalidated on the chart. Of course, 2 days of a little bit of a ripper after that. Doesn't matter. Had to follow the plan. Nothing crazy. Yeah, it is what it is. Costco and MBIS. Costco really, really good. This swing is currently now at, we'll start with that, about 250%. Last week, I guess we were around here when we made the watch list. So first target was up here at 971. We plowed through that. Second target was up here at 980. Plowed through that up to 989. And trust me, I really did want to sell here, but I'm sticking to the plan, right? I will set a trailing stop if we get back underneath 969, probably around these daily lows here, 958 to 955. But $1,000 psychological number is right there. And that was the initial game plan, right? We've put in 3 really solid green candles. I will say on the weekly, the volume is coming down. We are right around that 61 fib. So this is going to be a pretty pivotal spot. I have a little bit of consolidation here the last couple of days. Again, very low volume. So we're going to see what happens on Costco. But man, that 1,000 is so close. I plan on selling over these daily highs here, somewhere between 995 and 1,000, right? Nonetheless, the swing is at 250% or so. So I'm not going to get any more greedy than I already have been. So that's Costco. Looks really good. Let's go over to MBIS. MBIS not as good. Sucks. It's a leap though, so I'm giving us a lot more room. I think we're down about 5-6% on the leap right now. We were up about 30% on this daily high here. This zone here, this 104 to 99.3, is really where I want to see us hold above these daily lows. As far as these daily lows down here at 90 is where as far as I want to see price to go. So I did originally have these daily lows here. We held it really nicely last week, followed by a couple more red days. Again, the volume is really low, so I do want to see if MBIS can rebound here. And still, because it's a leap, just looking at the weekly here, the weekly still looks really good. Strong move up, small lower volume pullback, and the monthly as well. I'll be watching that as well, which not so good for January. So, we definitely want to see something move, but I do believe in it. I mean, the AI data center stuff, there's a lot of speculation around it. I am riding on a lot of speculation for this. I have shares of MBIS. I simply just wanted to add a leap to go along with it. Anyways, and then HIMS just needs a catalyst. We got a little bit of buying. We got higher elevated volume here out of this demand, but I really need to see it get back above 40 here for it to get any momentum. So that's the swings. And then, of course, Tesla. Tesla, we had a 30% move here. Obviously not going to sell it for 30% for a swing, and then cut the trade here when we invalidated on the chart. Gap down. Luckily, avoided that gap down, but of course, we moved right back up. Would be probably about 20 to 25%, maybe 30 again on that option here. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. That's old news. All right, let's kick things off with the rest of the watch list. So SPY. Really nice move, recovered the entire tariff highs. We're right at that daily gap close. So we have this kind of channel we're in at the moment. So we're going to look for a breaker range there. I'll watch puts underneath the previous day low down to 684.64. I'll watch calls over the previous day high, but honestly over this daily gap close as well, right? So if we go to the daily, we have this gap. We got very, very close. We essentially, if you will, just nearly filled the gap. I would expect some sellers still at the close. So I'd like to see us get over that before longs up to 694.24. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Let's see. So yeah, that's everything on SPY underneath 684. We have this straight up move. So I'd look for something straight back down to the 678.11. So let's go over to QQQ. QQQ, very similar look. We are back at very close to these daily highs. Once we get over these daily highs, I'll definitely be looking at a short term, like weekly, 2-week option swing trade up back to all-time highs. I mean, it was this daily gap, reject, 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 reject. Like, if we get over that, it's a straight shot back to all-time highs. So I will definitely be looking at a swing there, a short-term swing. But as far as the daily levels go, I'll watch puts underneath the previous day low in this 4-hour pivot of 617.71 down to 614.52. And then below that, we have 607.86 and 606. As far as calls go, and we actually got to that, not a lot of room. So like this whole zone, I'm not looking at longs in. We have a previous day high here at 625.45. We have one right above it at 626.1. And then just above that, another at 627.27. So I'm not looking at, I will look at longs over 627.27 up to the daily highs, but it's not my favorite look. You know, I'd much rather wait for us to clear over all of this. I can sit that out. I don't need to long into all this supply. It's just not a good idea at all. I'd rather like long something off this low here at 614.52, or if we continue to range at the 617, 618. Let's go over to Apple. Apple, I'm waiting to set up for a swing. Apple kind of just moves and consolidates. Moves, consolidate, drop, bear flag, drop. Waiting for a swing here at these previous highs. If we look on the weekly, it's just a bit under them now. But it's been a good pullback. This is where we saw a really nice move last time, but nothing is confirmed yet. Weekly hasn't confirmed. Nothing is confirmed on the daily, very low volume. So I'm waiting to see if we can get a swing here. We'll see. But as for now, I'm not really interested in anything else because it's very tight, very condensed. I mean, I could watch calls over 249.44 up to 251, back up to 254. We do have a gap up here as well, 255.53, a daily gap. So could look to go fill that gap up here from this close. As far as puts go, you know, there's definitely room. I mean, underneath 243.4. Definitely room down to 239.1. So if we continue to sell off, I'll look at puts down there. But just day trading Apple in these consolidation channels and just this periods of it that gets in, like here, not really my favorite to day trade in. Let's go over to NVIDIA and AMD. Obviously, semiconductors been really, really strong. SMH been really strong, and they've been kind of keeping them up. We had that China news with the chips. So we saw that move Friday, consolidating. So, you know, we do have lots of supply above. NVIDIA also not been a favorite to day trade recently. I mean, like, look at this ugliness. This is not that pretty either. So we have lots. I'm not looking at longs so we get over 193.62. I mean, there's just too much supply, too much selling. There's some sort of seller up here at 191 that every single time, 192, sell hard. You know, so really need to clear over 193.62, but then we have this beautiful 4-hour supply up at 194.52. So to be honest, really don't like day trading calls till we get over this 4-hour supply at 196.72. Now I love that area for a reject. If we can get over these highs here, 191, 192, trap some buyers and reject this supply just above, you know, that would be beautiful. In fact, I'm actually going to mark the open of this candle as well, 195.95. Because that also could be a really good level. So let's do that for supply. Man, that looks pretty good. Again, it could just rip right through because semiconductors have been really strong, but I'll keep it on watch. But yeah, I'd love to get maybe an intraday rejection. If we get a really straight up move, we bust through all these sellers here. Oh, finally, you know, selling, you know, it's finally not selling at 191, 192 anymore. And then boom, bull trap, right? Reject this supply. So again, just a thesis. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong. You know, we'll see what happens. AMD, pretty much back at all-time highs. Absolutely crazy. Man, honestly, this thing had me fooled. Like, had this big daily bear flag here, weekly as well. We rejected that weekly supply beautifully. Rejected again, but then ripped right through it. I thought for sure we were going to break this bear flag on the daily, retest this 185, then rip. But clearly AMD had other plans. As far as the levels up here, previous day high, previous day low, I'll watch puts underneath the previous day low. It looks pretty good, down to 246.67. And I'll watch calls over the previous day high to all-time highs. Really, really simple plan there. Google and Amazon. Google range. So again, I'm going to look for a breaker range. I'll watch calls over 335.57. I'll watch puts below 325.71. Pretty simple there, right? Nothing too crazy there. I do like this straight up move. So can we get something straight back down to 319.31? We'll see. And then Amazon. I do love day trading Amazon. It just moves really well. The contracts aren't too volatile. Like, it's kind of nice for someone like me in my stage of my trading career. The volatility from that period of drawdown I was in still definitely scares me a little bit. So Amazon definitely moves a little bit slower. Man, I fumbled the biggest trade on Amazon. On Friday, I got about 15%, but man, it went over 300%. And it's just something I'm reviewing on in my journals and reflecting on and just getting better with. But man, what a move. Maybe I can get into the details here. Let's see. We have Friday here. So first call entry was here at the 13 EMA. Added on this candle here, I believe. Or was it? No, yeah. This is the first reaction off the 13. Got in my first entry here. Got a little move up. Got second one here. Where exactly did I? Maybe I need the EMAs on here. I have a picture of it. Maybe I could show. But nonetheless, like, missed this portion of the move here. I mean, I think I exited, got a good percentage here, 0 DTE, so they did move pretty well. But exited the position here, break even on my last remaining contracts, and then just absolutely ripped after that. It held the 13 one more time, yet now I remember, exited here, just absolutely ripped after. So caught this and this, these three green candles here. From here to here, added more, here to here, that's it. So, man, just missed an absolute heater. Now, so as far as the levels go on Amazon, let's go to the 4 hour here actually. Over this previous day high in 241.29, I'll watch calls. There's a lot of room up here to 247, so that looks pretty good up to this daily supply. So we'll be watching that for sure. This daily supply here, which we already rejected once. Let's see if price wants to move back to that area of action, if you will. As far as puts go, I'll watch another previous day low, 234.58. It's a pretty big zone here that I have. It was these, where is it? It was these lows here, and then the previous day low here. So I'm just considering this one big demand. I'm not going to short into this demand. I'd rather watch price get under this 234.58. However, we do have this overnight low here at 233.46. So I will have to pay attention to that if I am in a short position there. All right, so that's going to be everything I'm watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have some new content on the way I'm going to be editing today, so be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited to bring that to you guys. So if you've been watching these watch lists for the last over 2.5 years, thank you so much. Appreciate every single one of you, and I'm wishing you all a great week inside and outside the market. Oh, no watch list next week. I'll be away for a little 2-day trip, so we'll get back to the watch list the week after that. So have a great week, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.